MCC Pride was an absolutely amazing event, raising so much money for the Trevor project and giving us tons of incredible moments and plays. But which of our players managed to rise up to take the top spot of our rainbow podium? These are the top 10 players for MCC Pride. But before we begin, this video isn't even done by me, as I invited 10 of my wonderful friends to count down this top 10. And you can find the links to each of them in the description, so make sure to check them out. And leave a comment down below about who your favourite player this event was as well. Anyway, enough messing around. Let's start with...
Number 10. Scott Smager. The first of many OwengeJuice on this list, Scott finds himself sneaking into the top 10 in the event he's most powerful in. Now, to keep singing his praises, I'm going to pretend that he didn't fall off in Dodgeball and highlight how well he did in games like Sands of Time, Bingo But Fast, and of course BuildMart. His beautiful serenading in Ace Race, and I mean beautiful, capital B, helping push his team into Dodgeball. Well, they just barely didn't manage to secure that Pride coin, and making Scott probably have to pay hundreds of pounds to send him to America, he does manage to find himself in 10th place.
9th place, Antfrost. Successfully managed to fill in for James Turner this time instead of FBM and Scuff. Antfrost managed to get himself individually to 9th place, while getting his team overall to a finish of 5th. Mainly helping this was Antfrost leading the way to help this team achieve top 2 finishes in 2 out of 3 team games, with the exception being BuildMart, as well as individually managing to get top 5 in Ace Race and BattleBox. While this may not quite be one of Antfrost's higher performances of Season 3, it is still impressive nonetheless, with their team statistically being the weakest team in the event, even if we use Zeus's non-simmer average. And while I still have a little bit of time left in the segment, instead of plugging my Twitch or plugging my sim, I will instead tell you to subscribe to the AGX channel, as well as like the video and get this man to 5k.
8th place, OwengeJuice. In 8th place we have OwengeJuice, a player who is technically considered new to the event, though has made their first appearance in MCC Rising almost 2 years ago. Despite this, he gave himself a strong introduction to the event, managing to place 8th overall with a score of 2,590. Owenge netted himself 8th individual in Ace Race on a map he was not familiar with, and 7th in Meltdown, which he had not played before, which goes to show that he is a very skilled Minecraft player even with unfamiliar changes. Although one of the main reasons he managed to place so high was because he's a little bit of a team gamer. Throughout the event, his team managed to get 3rd in BuildMart, 3rd in Bingo But Fast, and 1st in Sands of Time. Not to mention the fact that Owenge had the 2nd most coins of any player in Sands. However, even with this, he didn't manage to be the best on his team, as he was outplaced by...
Hello, I am Mighty Brothers 1, and in 7th place we have In the Little Wood. In the Little Wood managed to get top 10 in every single game, securing the 7th individual placement, which is absolutely crazy and proves just how good he's been recently, managing to carry his team to Dodgeball and almost getting the win. Just like in Scuffed, he excelled and to get to the other side, getting 2nd place. His performance as a whole was just amazing, getting a score of 2,619 coins overall.
Variety streamer here, Debbie Morales, coming to introduce to you 6th place, 5UPS. With a total score of 2,705 coins, 5UPS even said himself that wasn't his best game, so honestly, I'm impressed. 5UPS was an incredible leader to the Pink Parrots, coming 2nd in Meltdown and 1st in BattleBox for the last 2 games, but unfortunately, it was not enough for the top 5 spot.
5th place, JoJoSolos. Hey guys, I'm Owenish, and I'm here to talk about how great JoJo did. Coming off of her 2nd canon win last event, I expected her to take it easy this time, but she definitely proved me and anybody else that doubted her wrong. In Sands of Time, she was able to find the gold key and gold vault, and even though she didn't have enough time to open it, she was still one of the best runners in the game, finding over 1,000 multiplied coins. She also did fantastic in Parkour Tag and Ace Race, getting top 5 in both. Because of that, she was able to earn 2,718 coins individually, which is her best non-canon performance since MCC Rising. However, she was unfortunately only 2 coins away from outplacing And then this is where you would cut it and say, Illumina!
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between. I'm your very temporary host, RiceInRealTime, a competitive Minecraft and variety streamer / CC. You are going to subscribe to on YouTube immediately after watching this video in its entirety, so let's jump right into it. Here we are yet again riffing by everyone's favourite speedrunning ninja after Illumina's well and truly taken another stride towards goated status, but not only coming in 4th individual, but by also pushing his team to a respectable 6th place finish, especially considering that they were touted for the bottom 2 teams. It wouldn't be true Illumina prop without some movement game hype, and he certainly did not disappoint, with phenomenal plays and performances in parkour tag and ace race, though it must be said, they did a fantastic job overall in BattleBox through some smart communication, meaning Illumina was able to pioneer the Cyan Codes to a much better finish than anyone could have ever foreseen coming. I have been RiceInRealTime, musician, alpha gamer, content extraordinaire, and proud friend of AJX. Thank you all, subscribe. Also on Twitch, as well as like TikTok, and that's also it. Subscribe!
Hi everyone, I'm Sharktooth34 and I have been invited to tell you about the 3rd place player from this Pride event, everyone's favourite, Mysticat! The Purple Pandas had an incredible event, with all of them placing in the top 20. Game 3 though, is when Misty really turned it up, getting 3rd in to get to the other side, 1st overall in parkour tag, and later on 3rd in meltdown and a bunch of amazing shots in the thrilling finals dodgeball. Overall, seeing as though this was Misty's MCC debut, they had a cracker of an event and should be really proud of their performance. Anyway, on to the next one.
2nd place, Pizza Hut. This Pride, Pete had an incredible event, finishing in 2nd overall with 2,980 coins. Despite his team coming 7th in the end, he had many incredible plays throughout the event, scoring well in tug toss and parkour tag, and coming 1st place in ace race, continuing his domination on total run and movement games as a whole. What can I say? Bro popped off. Pete is making his comeback this season and emulating the absolute dominance of his performances in Season 1, and this event is further proof of what's to come. Despite this, he was only 217 coins behind.
And now for the 1st place individual. With 3,197 points, coming 2nd in div in both parkour tag and meltdown, as well as 1st in div in BattleBox, we have Dave Kurtzy. I probably pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry, okay? Despite Pride being a less competitive MCC, it's not to take away from the fact that this is Dave's 1st time placing 1st individually and did it by over 200 coins, truly cementing themselves as an S tier player if they hadn't already. Dave had some very honourable moments this MCC, which include placing 2nd in div in parkour tag, winning 6 out of the 9 games and finishing 1st in that game mode, then going on to place 2nd in div in meltdown while their team once again placed 1st in coins, and placing 1st in div in BattleBox, not dying until the 8th round, and their team winning 6 out of the 9 games again and coming 2nd in that game mode. There's a common trend: when Dave came 2nd in div, their team placed 1st, and when they came 1st in div, their team came 2nd. As for dodgeball, when it truly mattered to hit your bow shots, at a 2-2 tiebreaker last game wins, Dave killed 3 out of the 4 other players, pulling off an impressive 2v1 under scary circumstances to make Purple Pandas the winner of this year's Pride tournament. MCC Pride 23 has been an amazing event, and I would like to thank you all personally from both AJX and I, and anyone else for all the support you've shown to the LGBTQ+ community. MCC Pride has raised over $31,000 so far for the Trevor Project, which is an amazing achievement and is one step closer to an equal world to live in. Despite not being part of the LGBTQ+ community myself, I've left a donation, and if you'd like to also, you can find a link in the description below to any charities that AJX has linked. That's all from us either way. Don't eat too much bread. Pieces.